Ba-da-ba-ba.
We're live. Hello.
It's like the Brady Bunch.
So I haven't really been on. I haven't really been online. Why? Because I've been busy at home. I've been busy with my business, Freedom Massage. And before we start, I got to do it, guys. I got to do it. I got to give Freedom Massage a shout out. I got to give Freedom Massage a shout out. And I have to say, without a doubt, that I'm going to do that. Let me just get this pulled up, though.
Express your freedom.
I'm going to express my freedom. Hold on. Wait a minute. Here we go. All right. It's happening. I'm a little behind on my skills here. How's everybody doing?
Doing good.
Good. Okay, so we're live. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves while I get situated again? Because I'm all disheveled.
Who are we starting with,
Let's
mentor?
start with you, Nate.
Hey, everybody out there in social media land. It's Nate Fay, and I am your New England myoskeletal therapist, and practiced up here for the last 18 years. I have the dual certification in massage therapy as well as osteopathic manual therapy. And I've been on the road with Freedom from Pain Institute and presenting for Erik Dalton since August of 2020. That's who I am. Scott, who are you?
Well, I guess I'm Scott. I'm Scott Oglesby, and I am also a massage therapist and osteopathic manual therapist. And I am in the Southeast teaching for Erik Dalton and been doing massage for 16 years. Love it. Wish I got into it sooner.
Dun, dun, dun. And Judy.
I'm Judy Slater. I'm in Oklahoma, right here
Oklahoma.
in the home base. I'm a massage therapist, obviously, and I've been TAing and training with Erik for the last few years and working on starting teaching next year, hopefully.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, before we talk about me, we've already started with you guys, so we'll just go back to that later. First of all, I just want to say, one of the things I want to point out about Mr. Dalton is he's been around a long time doing wonderful things. And I remember seeing online, I would see like people with little Dalton Gang shirts, and I'm like, what is this Dalton Gang? What is this Dalton Gang? And I remember I was invited to Oklahoma City for the first time, and I was like, what the heck? There was so many people, fields of massage therapists and massage tables. And it was just so beautifully orchestrated. And then to my joy, I feel like you, Judy, Nate, Scott, you guys all just kind of like jumped in and were just so welcoming. And it was like this instantaneous, like brother, sister love. It really was, I have to say. And I just felt so welcomed. And then as the time passed, you know, we've done a lot of workshops together now. So what my role is with the Dalton Gang is I do social media at the events. So basically I'm the one blowing up the internet when Erik Dalton has an event. So, and that all kind of just happened organically. So one of the things, I think the first things that I would like to talk about is how beautiful the MMT community is. I mean, they really have done a wonderful job. I've never felt more, I mean, you guys were so welcoming and just scooped me up in my little mini mic, showed me around, and were excited. So let me just ask you guys, what has it been like so far for you? I mean, you guys are pretty close with Erik. I mean, you're on the front lines. Nate, you started doing classes first all over the place. You're like teaching at Costa Rica. We're playing the bass.
Yeah.
You know, in Oklahoma City. You now have a podcast with them, which I'm so proud of you for doing. And you know, Scott, you're like hitting it hard. You know, you're starting to travel and filling up classes. Judy, you're like the woman who does everything. If you ever go to anything Dalton, Judy is like the person to go to. She knows everything that's happening everywhere. So can you guys just tell me a little bit about what it means to be a part of the Dalton Gang for you?
Community, man. It's just been one big community over the years. And, you know, Erik's done just an amazing job over the past, I mean, the span of his career, right? Over 30 years. and developing this work and bringing an aspect of manual therapy to the massage community. And, I think it was like 2017, finalized the art of mat to start this diploma program, right? Master Myoskeletal Therapist. And, since those early days of finishing that 2017, 18, it's just blown up globally. The Facebook pages, people write in, ask questions, and the support system is awesome. And I'm not just saying this because you guys are on here, but the reality is that this has just been, there's so many great assistants and so many MMTs, but man, this is like the A team. BA Baracus, Mr. T. This is like just such an amazing team to work with. And last year, Costa Rica, when it really came together, it was just it was one of my favorite years after I think 4 or 5 years now going being with you folks.
Can I just like to show people just a little glimpse of one of the highlights from Costa Rica.
Was there a
I feel
highlight
like
reel?
last
Oh
year.
no.
Oh no.
I just would like to just share one little glimpse of what really goes on.
Oh, do this, please.
So, not a very serious time with class.
Other way.
And Scott leads some
Put her in a circle.
pool. You do have some downtime. So I just thought I'd, share a little glimpse of a lot of it's a lot of hard work, but you guys definitely know how to have a good time too. So
Work hard, play hard. Yes.
That's right.
what was your draw and your continued draw to being a part of the Erik Dalton community? I know he even gets a little reserved about calling it Erik Dalton community because he's just really, he's pretty humble guy,
Yeah.
he doesn't really like, but let's just talk about him when he's not here. He's probably gonna tell me.
I'll
So-
get a text from him after.
I know, yeah. So tell me a little bit about Scott. What's your draw? And you're in. You guys are all in with Mr. Dalton. There's Judy will say there's no one else for me. And some people just work with some people and this is part of the tribe. Anyway, so Scott, tell me a little bit about what your draw was and what keeps you going. I mean, you have really grown tremendously since I've met you.
Thank you. Yeah, it all started when a friend of mine told me that she had some back pain and she had found this guy online who was doing this thing and she thought that could help her and she asked me to do that on her and it helped. And I'm like, where has this technique been all my life? And I just dove straight in, started West Palm Beach, my first class, went to every single workshop that I could after that, dived in, got the foundational bundle, started learning off of that as quickly as I could. And then I started TAing with Tammy, and then I started teaching my own classes last year. So I've just been like leveling up every chance that I have because this stuff, it really makes a change. It will impact you. You will learn so much from it. You'll learn your anatomy, functional movement. It just introduces you to a whole other realm of massage under the umbrella of massage, right? When we hear the term of massage, we think, it's just relaxation, but, and that has its time and place. But for more specific, targeted work, this is definitely a way to blow that out of the water.
I agree 100%. As someone who had 25 years on the floor, when I saw some of the techniques at first, I was like, is this, I had my head down for those years building a business in Malvern, and I didn't really know what was going on so much, and then being at the classes and seeing some of the work and having the experience myself, I was blown away by a lot of the techniques. And next, Judy, I mean, you are like, you've said it, you'll say it now. You'll say it now, Judy.
Okay, I'm about to. Tell me.
Tell me about how you feel about Erik Dalton and how you would rate him well, I don't know if rate him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm being silly.
I honestly, Erik gave me my life back. I mean, he is who made my business what it is. And that's why I got into this, was I needed a way to support myself. And it just took it to a level, he's just, he's going to take whatever you've got and elevate it so many stairs up. And but what I didn't expect, I mean, I'm amazed at what it's made me as a therapist and how successful it's made me as a therapist. I never dreamed that that was possible as a massage therapist, that you could have such a good practice and a good way to support yourself. But what I didn't expect was the friendships. And really, I mean, I look back through like the Oklahoma City workshop when we're all together, and you guys have become my best friends. You know, I mean, that's my tribe. Those are my people, and I've never really had a tribe before, and these are my people. And it is like a family, very much so.
What's going on here? We have another Dalton person joining us.
Oh,
What's happening? Look, it's Tammy McKinnell.
Hi.
Yes, look, they're everywhere. Tammy, we can't see you.
where
I'm
is she?
trying. There we go. Start the video.
Hi.
So we were just talking about we were just loving up on Erik Dalton a bit, and he's gonna be like, Diane, what are you doing now? But I don't, I can't help myself sometimes. We're getting pretty fired up about being in Costa Rica together again. We were just
I know.
We were just in Oklahoma City together, and like I said, Judy was just saying it's really become like like you see everyone and it becomes like a family. I like I said, I'm a fairly busy person here in the Philadelphia area, and I'm just going to leave my life to hang out with you guys again, because it's important. And so Tammy, tell us a little bit about how you started. You're another teacher, that everybody knows is someone who's a part of the Dalton Gang. How did you, get started? What has it done for you?
I started in physical therapy, and my boss had learned from Moshe Feldenkrais and asked me if I wanted to be a manual therapist. And I said, heck yeah. And then I saw Erik's work, and it just made so much sense. It just made everything click that I ever learned. And I just started following Erik back then, all the free stuff that we tell everybody in class. Go to YouTube, go to all that stuff, and you can print it out. So if I didn't understand it, I printed it out way back then, and really it worked. It was really effective.
So the beauty is too, one of the things that he's not shy about saying is that he's given away a lot for free. And for me, I don't know about you guys, but for me, building my business in the Philadelphia area, I stood in the rice aisle and I gave free chair massage for like 2 years. I mean, some people might not say that's the best marketing method now, but back in the 90s, it worked. What can I say? I gave a lot away, and people were like, no, don't give it away. But you'd be surprised sometimes how when you give it away. Like Nate, you're doing, you're taking the time to do a podcast, and you see like 7,000 clients a week, and then you're teaching all over the world, and you still are managing to carve out the time to give back to the community. And I think that just says a lot. So tell us, Tammy, since you just popped in, I was like, oh my God, Nate said Tammy, or Scott said Tammy. And I was like, oh my God, I got to ask Tammy to get on. So I literally just text her, and here she is. But anyway, see, that's how it is though, right?
We are family.
Oh, your people, and they come.
We're here like that.
So tell me, Tammy, what bundle did you start with when you started? You said you started online, or did you?
No, I was in Costa Rica, and I couldn't figure out what to buy. So I really feel for everybody in my class when they can't figure out what to buy. So we're not really as much on sales at a workshop as education about what's back there. And really, it doesn't matter what you start with. It really didn't. I was going to lean towards the lower body, and my husband surprised me and bought the entire library for me for Christmas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm just going to give a shout out to that the bundle is 30% off until midnight on Monday. 30%
Great
off.
deal.
Yeah.
30% off until Monday at midnight. That gives you a lot of days to like gather your funds, get your head on, kind of look over everything. I'm going to show you. It's erikdalton.com. You can kind of figure out what you want, and 30% off. That's almost free. And I would just like to show another side of Erik Dalton, you know, from Costa Rica. I'm sure he's going to love me for this too. But you know, I thought he was a really serious guy, but then he's a lot of fun. So I just want to share him in action in Costa Rica real quick.
Yes.
So this is him at dinner, and as you can see, he really gets dolled up. And so I just want to assure you that, you know, it's a lot of fun to working with these guys. So what else? Anybody have anything else? I mean, we've talked.
I want to shout out, since you invited me. Congratulations, Nate, on your podcast. It's awesome. And
Tammy.
Judy, congratulations on your wedding.
Oh, yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Yeah.
And Scott, let's not leave. Let me have a little bit of Scott time too, because Scott,
You're there?
yeah.
Scott? I don't even know who's on this.
So Scott, you're getting started on your own business there in Georgia. So tell us a little bit about that. You're killing it.
A co-working space for manual therapists in Decatur, Georgia. And I opened it last May, I think. And I didn't have anyone until February. But since February, I have just grown exponentially. I now have, I think, 10 therapists working in my space. I just signed 3 last week. I'm like, what is happening? It's growing so much faster.
Nice.
And it's a huge success, and I'm loving it. Just being able to work, again, going back to community, that's why I started this, because I was an independent therapist for so long, and I've wanted to work with other therapists so we can share ideas, we can talk about things, we can just have a lunch together. And that's what everybody else apparently was needing, and it's picked up and it's going well.
That's awesome. Awesome. So we have, as you can see, like I said, one of the things for me that I love about the Dalton Gang is the community and the love I feel. I do. I can honestly say, like, I said the L word. I said it in front of a lot of people now. If anyone's watching, I said the L word. But I really love these guys. And that's one of the things is, you know, finding your tribe, getting out and trying different classes. And I feel like a great place to start if you haven't already. I don't know how you haven't if you haven't tried any of Erik's classes. I do want to just share the bundle. So this is the sale that's going on, and you can see all the different bundles. Do you guys have anything you want to say about the bundles? Should we talk about the bundles?
Did you guys talk about the USBs?
No, I'm so excited about that.
Oh my gosh, we got to roll them out in West Palm Beach. It was amazing. Yes.
So tell us about that, because I don't know if I fully grasp it.
So they have the foundational bundle done already, where all of the DVDs are now in a USB form. So in my workshop, they had a choice when they bought the home study course, did they want the DVD or the USB? And as you all know, nobody wanted the DVD. It was great.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm
now
excited
you can get
about
bundles Monday until midnight for how much? How much off?
30%.
30% off. So does anybody want to tell me about any upcoming classes they have? Nate, where are you going to be next?
Well, I just got done with a run of classes, San Francisco, Richmond, Jacksonville. I'm going to do an AMTA event. I'm actually heading out next Friday to do an AMTA chapter event. And then spring season's looking like so far Warwick, Rhode Island, Delaware again, San Francisco again, and New Hampshire.
Nice.
And I have to comment on your jacket.
I know.
You are looking fine.
It's cold here in New England, folks. It's we had frost. We had 29 degrees. We had our first frost of the season, which means I wear my coat for the next 5 months. And by the way, for those watching, your clocks go back tonight.
Oh, thank God for Nate. Thank God.
Despair.
Thank God for Nate. I go up to Maine next week, and it starts, honest to God, it starts getting dark at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Unless they've lived in Maine, but it's a true story. So Scott, where are you next?
I just finished.
I love your plant and your background.
Thank you. One wants a little hint of color. It's actually in my foreground. It's right in front of me. I just finished in Savannah and Nashville, and I just signed a contract for Augusta in February. So that look out for that. And working on a few other places. I'm going to go back to Gulfport. Think I might hit Knoxville. We'll see. Got some fun places in the Southeast. And I love being down here because I feel like we have such a dead zone for good therapy in the Southeast. And it's just going to the classes and having people follow me to different classes, watching them on their journey through the Dalton myoskeletal stairs to their MMT. It's awesome. I just presented my first MMT in my last class.
Oh,
And that was,
Yay.
yeah, I love it.
that's awesome.
And Tammy, how about you?
I have a bunch contracted and a bunch that are about to be contracted. So let's see, the Orlando is in April, and then May, Kentucky and Niagara Falls. June is to be determined. July is the World Massage Festival and Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And I'm waiting to hear from FSMTA. You put in to teach at the conferences, so you wait to hear back. That's July. And then August, I'll be on the West Coast. I'm going to do Sarasota-ish, Naples-ish. I was supposed to do that last year, but they got hit with hurricanes, so I put it off. So go down the West Coast. And then September, I applied for AMTA National in Tampa. We'll see. And West Palm Beach in October.
And Judy, you're hitting the teaching trail. You were busy getting married this year. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
And you'll be teaching coming up in 2024?
that's really, it's all speculative at this point. Just getting set up where I'm approved through NCTMB at the moment. So nothing planned yet.
Anything else you guys want to wrap up with?
One thing I thought of is, if you can't spend any money right now, but you want to get involved with the Dalton Gang, Technique Tuesday is a great way to get involved. That's a free resource. Erik sends out an email every Tuesday with video and a blog. It's really useful whether you are experienced with Dalton myoskeletal or not, because it can be a refresher. If you're not, because there's so much content, so much there, sometimes you forget techniques or forget things. It's just a little weekly reminder to keep you on your toes, or it's a great way to get involved. And like Tammy said, if you need to watch it 10 times to understand it the first time, or, just to let it all soak in good, it's a great resource and it's free.
Sweet. Anybody else?
Just like that, you can also go to the website and access his blogs. And you can just type in whatever possible thing you've got a client coming in with, and you will find information all about that: carpal tunnel, low back, SI joint, whatever. It's all there. And then you'll find techniques that are related to that you can use in your session. That's a great resource.
Love it.
And we're gonna I'll see you guys what is it?
3 weeks?
3 weeks for sunshine and fun.
And great food. Don't they have great food there?
Yeah, great
The
food.
food is crazy. It's really, really good. So thank you guys for joining me. If you'll hang tight, I'm gonna stop the live broadcast and we can catch up a bit.
All right. Thank you.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.
ErikDalton.com, 30% off till Monday at midnight.